Thank you, Haswar. Thank you, Stephanie. Hi, everyone. My name is Pandu Nitisaputro. I'm the head of new business incubation for SMB Asia Pacific in TikTok. And this is Mas Fatkur Rozak, the
Halo
owner
semua,
of
saya Rozak dari Grocer Klambi.
Grocer Klambi. And today we will talk about the most interesting and the most fascinating thing about Indonesia, which is this. Batik, right? So batik is a cultural icon, cultural heritage for Indonesia, and has been recognized as such by UNESCO in 2009. And batik is one of those things that pop up in people's mind, in all of you, whenever you hear the word Indonesia, our country, our beloved country. And just like UMKMs or SMBs, which contribute to about 61% of our GDP, and there are over 64 million of UMKMs or SMBs across Indonesia. And these SMBs, these UMKMs, are the lifebloods of our community, but also our economy. And TikTok has been a crucial part that by providing them for a platform to grow. And last month, very exciting that we launched our socio-economic impact study, which found that 74% of businesses that are surveyed who use TikTok for business increased their sales volume. That is humongous. And sales and small and medium-sized business, in Southeast Asia also increased their revenue by nearly 50% after using TikTok to sell their products and services. But hey, that's coming from me. Now I want to, let's hear it from the man himself, the Batik Mogul, the man of the session, Mas Rozak. Go ahead.
Ya, terima kasih Mas Pandu. Halo semua. Saya Rozak, owner dan founder dari Grocer Klambi. Mas Pandu, sampai saat ini saya sama sekali tidak percaya karena bisa diundang ke acara sebesar ini di depan ribuan orang di sini. Dalam kesempatan ini saya mengucapkan terima kasih terutama kepada TikTok karena seperti yang sudah disampaikan oleh Mas Pandu, TikTok memberikan kontribusi yang penting terhadap perkembangan UMKM di Indonesia. Dan bisa saya katakan, Grocer Klambi adalah salah satu bukti nyata adanya impact besar TikTok terhadap perkembangan UMKM di Indonesia. Tepuk tangan buat TikTok. Ya, Mas Pandu, saya mulai berjualan batik itu di tahun 2020. Dari toko kecil di perbatasan Pekalongan dan daerah Batang, Jawa Tengah. Di mana kami mulai berjualan itu baru sekitar 25 produk aja kayak gitu. Lalu istri saya membuat akun TikTok di tahun 2021 untuk main dan sekedar have fun aja, untuk mencari hiburan kayak gitu. Lalu ketika TikTok Shop pertama kali buka di Indonesia, istri saya mulai berbelanja dari TikTok karena adanya gratis ongkir. Waktu itu istri saya tahu TikTok Shop itu dari temennya. Kebetulan temennya juga belanja tisu di TikTok Shop dan dapat gratis ongkir dengan harga yang lebih murah. Jadi dari itu saya mulai berjualan di TikTok Shop.
Jadi mulai dari awalnya dari gratis ongkir ya. Buat ibu-ibu yang ada dan sis yang ada di audience, gratis ongkir adalah memang daya tarik paling utama. This is going really well, and again for Grocer Klambi, Mas Rozak's business, the turning point came during the pandemic session. And I had a chat with him during the break that apparently, unlike many other businesses that face difficulties during pandemic, his business just exploded. And when one of their casual wear batik sets just went completely bonker, right? Went very famous. And you can see it here on the screen as well. And TikTok played a very crucial role in this, as it was through selling and through engaging audience on TikTok that they were able to reach thousands of people, as you will hear very soon from Mas Rozak. And aided by TikTok, Grocer Klambi's business just exploded again and boom. And they've doubled their team. They've expanded their production house, and now they are even opening up a new factory. Mas Rozak, the audience just would love to hear directly from you. How has TikTok helped your business grow?
Ya, tentu Mas. Jadi ketika kita membuat akun TikTok dan TikTok Shop, itu pertama kali kami membuat bisnis grocery Klambi secara online. Ya. Berjualan di TikTok sebenarnya suatu hal yang baru bagi kami ya. Karena pertama kali saya dan istri itu mulai belajar untuk membuat konten dan mulai belajar jadi host live streaming kayak gitu Mas. Ya. Tapi menurut saya interaksi seperti ini dan juga konten yang menarik di TikTok yang membuat bisnis kami bisa berkembang dan sukses sampai titik ini. TikTok Shop merupakan satu-satunya e-commerce untuk grocery Klambi dan memberikan perubahan. Sebelumnya, ketika kami berjualan secara offline, interaksi kami dengan calon pembeli untuk bisa menjelaskan produk kami paling hanya sekitar 1-3 orang aja. Tapi di TikTok Shop dengan adanya live streaming, kita bisa berinteraksi dan bisa berjualan sekaligus untuk ribuan orang. Jadi sekali closing kalau di offline itu paling 1, 2, 3 orang, 5 orang. Tapi kalau di live streaming bisa closing ribuan orang. Itu yang luar biasa dari TikTok.
And that's exactly what we've been hearing so far, that the convergence between content but also commerce is what makes TikTok so powerful. And small businesses like Grosir Klambi, there are ubiquitous in Indonesia, are now presented with this huge opportunity to be discovered by anyone and also everyone, and not just their followers. And this is not dependent on people walking into the shops, because now they have presence, but they have also engagements and entertaining content to be shared with the audience. And TikTok is where trends live, and this is where people come also to be entertained, and that's what makes it such a different platform and a winning platform, emerging platforms, because users visit TikTok to be entertained, and when they see interesting content about a particular product, that's when they will be interested in purchasing it. We've seen from the previous session by Shant, by Delilah, by Haswar, Stephanie also, that we've shopped from TikTok and be influenced from content that are entertaining on TikTok. And it's a win-win experience for both businesses, but also consumers, because now businesses like Grosir Klambi gets to show off their winning products, their cool just inventories in a very engaging and very effective way. And also consumers are entertained by the engagements that are happening between the sellers, but also themselves, and they can discover more about the products that they are very interested in. Now, Mas Rozak, tell us a bit more about one of your very interesting experience when you start selling on TikTok during your live stream session.
Kami saat live streaming itu kita berusaha menikmati ya. Jadi sambil kerja, sambil kita menghibur diri, juga menghibur viewer kita kayak gitu. Jadi kita berusaha menikmati dan berusaha bersenang-senang bisa berjualan saat live streaming. Saya sendiri masih ingat ketika saya dan istri saya saat awal-awal mulai live streaming ada kejadian lucu Mas. Jadi saat itu istri saya dulu waktu awal live streaming itu ada gantungan hanger kayak gitu, gantungan baju di sini. Jadi saat live streaming, gantungan baju itu mungkin karena saking banyak baju, berat akhirnya jatuh Mas. Itu waktu live streaming, jadi kejadian lucunya kayak itu. Jadi saat saya membacakan komen langsung langsung membantu istri. Dan itu kameranya masih on, itu lucunya kayak gitu Mas.
And again, that very authentic content is what businesses have been coming up with. And, there is no problem at all to be appearing just as authentic as they are, because consumers apparently enjoy it. Waktu itu pada fine-fine aja, senang-senang aja ngeliatnya Mas?
Senang-senang aja.
Senang-senang aja.
Dan mereka malah menikmati, jadi bercandaan juga.
It becomes a joke.
Jatuhnya nggak sekali Mas, 2 kali sekaligus.
Sorry. It happens twice. So again, this authentic content is a part of the entertaining side of the content that consumers do actually enjoy, and it helps to connect the brands, the SMBs, much better with their audience, just because they look just like everyday seller that they meet on everyday basis. And Mas Rozak and his wife, Mbak Rintan over there, are now live stream pros. So they were telling me as well that in the beginning it was just, they were very shy, although they have experience interacting directly with consumers. But at the beginning, maybe about 30 minutes, an hour. Now it's expanded into 1 hour to 2 hours per session, and they can last the whole day. If they want, they can do one right here in front of you. However, Mas Rozak, can you tell us more about, we are very interested to hear about your latest successful campaigns also on TikTok.
Oke, Mas Pandu. Kalau dari Ramadan tahun ini, kami ingin mendapatkan traffic ke TikTok Shop kami sebanyak-banyak untuk bisa meningkatkan sales dan juga maksimalkan potensi penjualan kami di momen terpenting tersebut. Jadi Ramadan kemarin luar biasa, sangat luar biasa karena hampir semua target kita dapat tercapai. Hampir semuanya malah bukan hampir semuanya Mas, dari awal sampai akhir. Jadi kami mengaktifkan ya, strategi kami mengaktifkan ads di TikTok juga, yaitu yang pertama video shopping ads dan live shopping ads. Untuk video shopping ads sendiri kita fokus kepada dua hal. Yang pertama retargeting dan yang kedua lookalike. Yang retargeting itu untuk menargetkan ulang-ulang orang yang sebelumnya sudah pernah berinteraksi dengan kita. Agar kami dapat mengupdate mereka tentang promo dan produk terbaru kami menggunakan custom audience. Dan yang kedua itu lookalike. Lookalike itu untuk menargetkan ulang orang-orang yang mirip-mirip dengan orang yang sudah pernah berinteraksi dengan kita menggunakan lookalike audience. Gitu Mas. Melalui kampanye ini return dari iklan kami mencapai slide-nya oke. Nih, mencapai 20 kali. 20 kali return dari kami. Oke. Dan conversion rate kami mencapai 5,25%. Dan order yang sudah terbayar mendapatkan 2.651. Itu complete payment-nya ya. Ini ada lampiran video saat kita kampanye Ramadan ini. Jadi waktu kampanye Ramadan sambil anak-anak lembur kerja malam-malam, jadi sekalian kita bikin happy, kita bikin konten malah langsung FYP kayak gitu. Ini.
Jadi cuan ya Mas? Cuan.
Alhamdulillah.
Jos Mas?
Jos.
That's how
dan jangan lupa Mas,
in
gondol Mas, gondol di Grosir Kelambi.
That's how businesses in Pekalongan say when they are making money, they say Jos. Okay, and thank you again, Mas Rozak. It's very inspiring to hear small businesses gain all these successes, and he's not the only one, definitely, right? So businesses like Mas Rozak, Grosir Kelambi have grown by leaps and bounds, and TikTok Shop has enabled them to reach new customers also, and in the process expand their business significantly beyond Pekalongan. So you've seen the multitudes of great metrics that Mas Rozak just showed us, but what he didn't share to you also that not only their sales have grown, but their brand awareness have increased exponentially as customers are now coming into his offline store from out of town, from even out of the province. So he was sharing with me from Sumatra even, right? Yeah. So these customers just come because they love his live stream together with Rintan and just to visit Grosir Kelambi. And Grosir Kelambi has now hired around 350 people, and that is spanning across couriers, porters, batik craftsmen, tailors, and other stuffs. And they are looking to expand this team by another 400 to 500 people and opening up more opportunities in Pekalongan area. And this year, they are also looking to break their sales record, and it's been an amazing journey. Mas Rozak, can you also share a bit of tips, a bit of inspiring motives for other UMKMs, other SMBs who are looking to jump into TikTok Shop?
Oke, kepada para sesama UMKM ya, kepada mungkin sesama seller di TikTok, saya mungkin berpesan untuk jangan menunda untuk memulai. Karena berjualan online membuka peluang yang besar seperti yang terjadi kepada kami. Dan TikTok Shop juga membantu mempermudah hal ini. Jangan terintimidasi, tapi mulailah adaptasi dan belajar. Prosesnya juga kami menikmati seiring perkembangan bisnis kami. Jadi ingatlah kami juga pertama bereksperimen dan belajar, tapi sekarang kami udah nyaman banget untuk melakukan live streaming setiap harinya. Gitu.
Siap. Terima kasih banyak Mas Rozak, and TikTok Shop is clearly where businesses, big or small, need to be, and the numbers just speak by themselves. Again, just to recap our recent Southeast Asia study on socioeconomic impact found that 74% or 94% of businesses surveyed who use TikTok as a platform for sales, increase their sales order. And small businesses like Rosier Columbia are now gearing up for mega sales, which we've heard about, and that is coming right around the corner. And on that note, I'm going to pass it to Safith Mohanan, who will be sharing on mega sales opportunity on TikTok. Thank you.
Terima kasih.
Mantap, Mas.